Lauren Witte, News-Herald volleyball player of the year, captain of the state Final Four Lake Catholic Cougars. I guess we'll start with the Padua match and then get better from there.
Okay.
What did, when you look back on that match, what was it about that you guys were up 2-1 and then to drop the next two, do you guys sort of know what happened, or were you just kind of surprised to see it?
I think it was mostly a surprise. I think a lot of things had to do with some people being maybe a little timid.
Mm-hmm.
Like it's a big stage.
Right.
We've never been to state before. So I think that kind of had something to do with it. But also, I think it had to do with Padua I think they were playing really well. And they
Mm-hmm.
had, Courtney Morris and Sierra, they just were doing really well, and we couldn't stop their outsides.
Right. And they really wanted to beat you guys, didn't they?
Yes.
Until then, though, how much fun was this season for you guys? Even with, to make the state Final Four, only 3 other teams get to say that. And, you guys went 27-0. I think you only dropped like 11 sets total until then. I mean, how much you beat Gilmore, you beat Cincinnati Ursuline, the 2 number 1 teams in Division 1 and 3. I mean, how fun was this year for you and the rest of your teammates?
I mean, I think it took me a while to realize it after our last game, but looking back at it, it was amazing. Like, our team was close as ever. We were all like the best friends, and every game was just another experience that I'll remember forever, because it was just so fun to play and so intense, and I think our team had a lot of talent this year, so it made playing a lot more fun with everybody.
Right.
But yeah, I'll never forget it.
Yeah, Coach Rich said that, the one thing that stood out about this team as opposed to, and he's had more than a few others, was your team chemistry.
Yeah, so Joe Gervicius would come to a couple of our practices, and he kept talking about camaraderie. And I think that really stuck with us. We knew that we had to fix something from last year, the year before that, but we knew that we could control how well we worked together in a way almost. But yeah, the chemistry, I think, is what was the main part of our success this year.
What will you, sort of remember most about this season? Was it the experiences you shared with your teammates?
I think the most memorable will be probably the Ursuline game.
Really?
It was just amazing to see us be able to not get ourselves down after being down 2-0 and come back and win that against the best team in the state at that time. I think that's amazing. It was so intense and so fun, and I still can't believe we did it.
Right. That was my next question, was what your favorite match was from this season.
Yeah.
You played with so many talented players here, 4 others that are going to college, right?
Yes.
Going to Ohio State, I imagine it's, going to be completely different, but also sort of similar in that respect, that you're going to be playing with so many other fantastic players. I mean, what do you look forward to about, going to college and playing volleyball at one of the top programs in the country?
I'm just excited for the intensity of the game and the quickness to get a little bit better. Everybody there is obviously really good, and that no matter who you're playing, you're going to have really high competition, so it's going to kind of force you to play your A game at all times. And I also think that the Ohio State team is kind of like our team in that they have really good camaraderie and they're really close, so I think I'm going to like that. It's going to be a lot easier to play with. It's a lot easier to play with people that you're really close with and that you work really well with. So I'm really excited for that.
When they were recruiting you, was that one of the things that, really sold you on wanting to be a Buckeye, besides, I guess, you're from Ohio? I imagine everybody here wants to go to Ohio State, right?
Yeah, I mean, obviously it was my first choice before I even knew that I could play volleyball in college.
Mm-hmm.
But once I visited there, you just, you obviously have this, first impression, and that was mine, was that everybody there really loves what they're doing and they love the people that they're playing with. So I really liked that.
Cool. And then the Under Armour All-American thing, obviously you were all Ohio first team too. But, I mean, to get that, especially the Under Armour, I mean, that's not just Ohio, that's the entire nation. I know at the time, you were focused on getting through the playoffs and all that stuff, but in reflection a little bit, have you thought any more about that kind of stuff? Anything about the accomplishment that you're particularly proud of?
Yeah, I'm just really proud. I think that I've worked hard a lot through the past years, and just to know that that's something that I achieved is something that like kind of paid me back for that, I think, in a way. It also shows like the great people that I've had with me, like my coaches and my teammates. Like it kind of shows what they've helped me achieve too. So it's really exciting.
And Coach Rich, what's it been like for you to work with him the last couple of years, and what are you going to miss about being on his team?
He's a really good coach. You can tell he like really cares about what he's doing. He cares about the people he's coaching. But yeah, I think I'm gonna miss most is just like the fun that we had at practice and like the memories that we made with each other, and especially like this past year. But that's what I'll miss most.